This is the Medeco M3. I don't own a key to this lock, so I'll just rake it to make the rotations of the pins random and just go straight to picking it. I'm tensioning counterclockwise, so the sidebar binds. Pin 1 doesn't seem to have the correct rotation. Okay, it does now. 2 is clicky, so it should be okay. 3 is clicky. Four is clicky now. 5 seems to be clicky, but it causes some trouble sometimes. Okay, number 2 is not correct. It is now. 3 correct. 4 is correct. 5 we will see. Okay, the check pin was binding, so I pushed that, and now let's see if the pin 5 seems to be still clicky, so it's in the right rotation. So everything seems to be clicky, so let's take a look at the drivers. Number 2 is binding, set now. Number 3, set. Number 4, it's a mushroom. And it pushed, the 3 went up a bit, so it needed a small push. 2 is okay, 3 is okay. 4 seems to be okay. Now pin number 5. Okay, small core rotation. Now pin number 1. And we are picked. Well, now let's see what's inside of this lock. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to look it up again. Now let's take the tail piece off. This picking was quite uneventful, which is not all that usual for this lock. Especially the pin 5 was making a lot of trouble to me, or was causing a lot of trouble. Now, let's dump the pins. So pin number 1 is standard. Numbers 2 and 3 are also standards. Okay. Spring was a bit mangled when I bought it, so it doesn't want to go out as easily as I would like. Now number 4 is mushroom. So I will try to take it out the way you can see it was in the correct rotation. Come on. Okay, hopefully you can see. There's the head. And pin number 5. Again standard. To be honest, I'm not sure if that's the standard pinning of these locks or not. So now to take out the core with the sidebar needs to be retracted. At least I think it needs to be. So let's see. Okay. There's a sidebar and the checkpin. Plus in the core there are those half moons for the drill protection. Here's the sidebar. I want to be careful not to lose the springs. Come on. For some reason. Okay, now it's free. So there's sidebar and one spring was left in the core. Okay. There's the sidebar. The prongs are interfacing with the pins, and these two cutouts are for the check pin that I'm going to take out now. It has its own springs, so I want to be careful not to lose it. And the spring is a bit longer, so it can be distinguished from the sidebar springs. That's the check pin, and these two prongs are what causes the sidebar to stay in the extended position until the checkpin is pressed to the correct depth. Here's the core, that's the checkpin sidebar groove with the holes for the prongs, some root protection, and the chambers. Interestingly enough, it looks like the chambers are a bit counter-milled or over-milled. Chambers 1, 2, 4 and 5. Chamber 3 is without any modification. Not sure why is that, because this lock didn't come to me with the barrels, and for the barrels I would expect 2 lines of counter milling, but well, I might be wrong, it might be made differently than the combi. The keyway is quite interesting because there doesn't seem to be any wording, but it's there, starts a bit inside, so it's not all that visible. Here you can see the wording pattern. As for the core, there's the sidebar groove. There is a mark from picking, but it was not made by me. It seems this lock had some history of picking, which is nicely visible on some pins. They seem to be quite scarred. So let's make a close-up. Okay. So there are the Medeco key pins. The first one seemed to have some sort of trap for oversetting. As for drivers, you can see, okay, interesting enough, there seems to be a second spool I was not aware of. But actually the pin 3 is needs only a little bit of lift, so most probably it was not causing any problems because it was almost at the shear line. As you can see, some of the springs were a bit mangled, but that's the state I got the lock in. It was kind of fun to finally learn these rotating key pins. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Bye.